or 30 Mutalisks, but there's not. There's like 9 or 10. Yeah, please make Corruptors to protect them. I'll go make a fleet beacon and just keep making Phoenix and win the game.
And look at the supply now. It used to be like 170 against 100, and now all of a sudden it's 150 against 120. And Deer, he's looking to recover quite nicely from a bad position. He did stop making Phoenix. He did not get Phoenix range, which would be really helpful. So he's still kind of vulnerable against like Mass Muta Corruptor.
I don't know if he's seen the Corruptors, I guess.
He's seen a couple.
He definitely has. The Observer there.
As well. He saw them when he was harassing the fourth base.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't continue with Phoenix production pretty quick here. Or at least a fleet beacon.
And HyuN instantly finds that fourth base. Also, these Stalkers in the middle kind of getting caught by the Lings, but the Lings are not going to be able to kill them. So Deer doing a good job actually recovering. Like, the fourth base will probably be cancelled at some point. But HyuN, he kind of stopped attacking. He's got only 18 Mutas and 3 Corruptors, and it's 21 Stalkers and 5 Phoenix. I feel like this is a fight that Deer does not have to be too fearful of.
Deer's being strangely sloppy with his Phoenix. 2 of them die. He's not making any more. The tough spot for this Zerg army is that in the middle of the map like this, they can actually just get blinked under like that. So that's what Deer's kind of counting on. But
so many Lings coming in.
Yeah. He forgot. HyuN has stopped making drones like 40 minutes ago. HyuN stopped making drones last game. He was like, you know what? Screw it. Deer's going to take me, I'm going to go 6 drones on this kid.
And this is exactly what you call being Tefled, because Deer kind of held on and defended, but HyuN just kept making units.
Yep.
And Deer thought, hey, it's okay if I go stand in the middle of the map, but
Deer's
really,
mistake was taking a 4th.
It's
and
not.
Then thinking he needed to attack it all.
This Nexus will get focused, and now things are looking super grim for Deer. But funny how that went, like, from between 1 minute, went like, it's good for Deer. Deer's out in the middle of the map, Lings are surrounding all the Stalkers. Corruptor's killing the Phoenix, and Munich killing Phoenix, and all of a sudden he's dead.
I know it's... All right, well, I'm in too deep now, but I can't help but to chuckle at the timing of like Nanio and Baby Knight announcing that they're thinking about retiring because the game's so ridiculously bad right now, and then HyuN puts on the heroic performance.
Yeah, I mean...
That came out of left field, but my brain just went there.
It's
there are
HyuN is the hero that the Protoss race needs. Apparently.
Someone needs to make that coin with like his like upward looking face, super presidential.
Proud German.
Hang in there, Baby Knight. Hang in there. There are ways to answer it.
Baby Knight is a guy who also does not have the patience.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pretty aggressive.
And Naniwa is just angry.
He plays with frustration. There is hope, though, but enough about that HyuN series. Brilliant play by HyuN, and you know, we joke, we call it getting tefled, but that is something that has served HyuN very well. He has not won a tournament, and people were afterwards like, wow, it was a very defensive, passive,
yeah, it was also
Zerg.
The correct way to play. Like, Deer went blink, he threatened aggression, so HyuN just got a ton of Roach Ling. That's how you deal with ground.
Yep.
And then he used that very well to attack with the Mutas in combination. He could have gone for Swarm Host there, which may have been maybe the more logical choice, especially because of close position. But he decided to go for Roachling and Spire, which was the perfect choice against Deer's build. And Deer did do a good job defending, but then just got, overwhelmed in the end. And that's something that he should know about HyuN, that HyuN keeps making units and keeps attacking, because that's what we know about HyuN. And we're not in the tournament, so... Well,
it's also so tough because it's a struggle, because Protoss... They're very much so rewarded for aggroing the Zerg out in the middle of the map. Like, you want the Zerg to be making all those Lings, because then you fall back to your third. They wash up the Lings against a couple of force fields and a photon overcharge in your army, and all of a sudden you're in the lead again. But if you don't have those sentries, if you're rebuilding those Stalkers, and you do, like you said, get caught in the middle of the map, like he got fully surrounded.
By Lings, yeah.
That's not good. Meanwhile, his Phoenix were also running through the Mutalisks and the Corruptors, so they were getting thinned out. Like, Deer in one dramatic minute and a half just kind of lost everything all of a sudden. But up until then, he was doing really well.
Yeah, if he stays in like a defensive stance and actually secures his fourth, keeps making Phoenix with range, because he had 3 Stargates, and just holds on, which is like, if you're playing against anything but Swarm Hosts from Zerg, all you got to do is hold on, because in the end, you will overcome.
You know what's funny about that, though, is you're absolutely right. I don't disagree with you. The three Stargate Phoenix would work there. But if you inject yourself into the game, when the Zerg loses all their Mutalisks, it's usually because Hydras are coming behind it or something else, not more Mutalisks. Like, usually they give up on it when they lose all.
At the same time, if you go for a Roachling into Spire, a hidden Spire, you're pretty set on the idea that you're going to go Muta
That's true.
Corruptor.
That's true.
So yeah, it's a hard call to make, and the solution I guess would be hallucinated Phoenix all the time.
Yeah.
And
But
then
he had no
just
sentries,
getting
too.
he had no sentry, so he couldn't do that. So he kind of had to take a guess on what was going on, and he got the short end of the stick. But he still played really well, and I'm sure on Heavy Rain we'll see something special once again from Deer. Maybe
Probably
the same build from HyuN. Yes, seems to be working out well.
It's a great build, though.
Yeah, it's good.
In their defense, I just like how incredibly formulaic it is for the two of them. They're executing this. I don't know if the chicken came before the egg in this case or which one it is, but right down to that Stalker Sentry move out and then the reaction afterwards. Like in my brain, it's Robo Bay and Colossus immediately after, but they're like, no, actually it's 2 more gateways, Templar Archive, and more Stalkers, which is smart because they're still developing the reaction to what the Zerg's going to be doing. And if they do see Stormhost like we saw from the Jaedong Haswab series, then they do throw down the Robotics Bay to go Colossus.
Mm-hmm. But we are into the game. Trailing 0-1 against a fearsome Zerg opponent in the top of Heavy Rain. It is Mouse Deer.
Now it's your turn to get really tired. I can hear it. That 1 hour drive taking its toll on you right now.
Yeah, jet lag, man.
Car lag. God, it's brutal. Bottom half of the map from Team Rockcat. Training with the ever so fearsome Ukrainian fighting Zerg Demaga is HyuN.
Sick introduction.
Thank you. Thank you. I, in a past life, could have done the GSL voice for the player introductions.
Crazy one?
Yes.
The alien one.
No, the fighting game one.
Can you do it next game, please?
I would,
because I'm not sure what it is.
It's like the only way to do that impression is to make an incredibly racist Asian impression, and in this current climate right now, I don't want to get fired, so
Yeah.
I won't do it.
Look at this. Actually, HyuN went for his super early drone scout.
Wow, that's
and
crazy.
doesn't really find anything except stealing some minerals from his opponent.
Look at the gateway placement. It's 100% what Haswabs did. I'm serious. That's exactly what he did.
If we were in Poland right now and we could interview our players, we could definitely ask who copied who.
I know.
But we'll never know.
Artosis, Apollo, Kalaris, somebody get on that. Go grab Haswabs. Tell him we're on to him. Just copy and builds from a teammate again.
But I just know if I was HyuN and I'm in Mouse and Deer joins my team,
Oh, I'm
I'd
asking
like
for builds.
add that guy on Skype, be like,
Yeah.
yo, give me all your builds right now.
Yeah, you just type like 15 emoticon faces, and then you say fighting after the end of every sentence with dashes afterwards. And then in the middle of that, just say like, replays, please.
Send me all your replays, thank you. And then next thing that happens is you kind of win IEM Katowice.
God, if
Smart
Haswabs
guy.
takes home the $100,000, wow,
Yeah, that'd be sick.
that would be pretty cool.
I mean, we say that, but he's beaten Lenok and Jaedong so far. He
I know.
deserves at least like 10,000 already.
I actually haven't seen the groups, at least not recently. There's some. I know that Revival
There's
and
no
Oz
groups,
are in there.
Jeff.
Oh, it's a bracket?
Yeah, it's a 16-man bracket. It's single limb, actually. So
Where do
it's-
these guys get added in? At the?
Yeah, the round of
Are they
16.
15 and
2 guys into the round of 16.
But are they like number 15 and number 16?
I'm not sure who's playing who, I think. I'm not sure that's been released.
Interesting. Is Innovation here? And Tasia's, I
No,
think, right?
Innovation isn't, I think. Tasia is. Hero is. Naniwa is. Life is. Revival is. Oz is. Bunch of other guys.
Zealots! That's a trap!
This hatch is getting dangerously low, actually.
No. It'll heal.
There's plenty of links there to deal with that.
And surrounded.
See, Jaedong right now would be pulling away all the damage links, but
Yeah.
HyuN does not care. He will still clean up the Zealots. And look at that, once again, a Forge. So, this is the HyuN's build. Sorry,
No.
dear, but this is the HyuN's build. We've seen him done it first.
Oh my god. He will silently hate you.
+1 will go up, no doubt.
No, they delay it a little bit. They don't rush it at all.
Oh, they don't have 100 gas yet.
The Forge is purely metaphorical. It's like the
Fake Forge,
potential
right?
to do that.
We
is
talked
there.
about... Oh, the links
Pardon
get
me.
in. 4 links to the natural, 2 links to the main. Actually,
1 kill so far. And
2 kills.
And
No,
gotta be 2.
That's it. 2 kills. That's not bad.
Well, it's still 1 zergling in the main. Technically, it could kill everything.
Here comes the probe. It's going to be a 3rd base, Jeff. Wait.
Do you think he'll go Twilight Council?
That's kind of a
Oh,
crazy
wow.
guess.
3 gateways. That's weird. Wait, no. No, that's what they've done every time. But wait. 4 gateways. He's breaking the mold.
No, he's only got 3.
4.
Oh, yes, he does have
Count
4.
it with your eyes, not your brain.
Hey, you're right. 4.
Yeah, I counted. 4 of them.
Wow.
This will be the Mothership Core push-out. And it'll still expand behind it. It'll be mostly sentries, but he's looking to shake up the timings a little bit. Actually, he's just going to expand it.
Yeah, he's just going to go for it here.
God, he got his own build wrong. What an idiot. You clearly only go 3 gateways, dear. God. Change your name to sheep. God. That's so silly, because that's actually not how you spell that form of deer. His form of deer is actually the, like, deer Sally.
Yeah, like the endearing type.
Deer, as in the animal, is D-E-E-R. Which makes his name even weirder. It's like, deer. But deer what?
It's a Korean name, man.
Yeah, that's true.
They always have weird names.
Can't try to make sense of it. I like this fast fourth by HyuN.
That's a super fast force.
He'll be able to make so many roaches off of that now.
Yeah, he's already got such a nice economy, actually. He's up to 69 drones against 48, so... Without... Like, this game, there was not any Stalker Zealot pressure, so HyuN just able to make non-stop drones. This is a nice little push, actually. There's no units whatsoever.
Right this second, Deer is really sad that he's not doing what I said that I thought he was doing.
The 4 gate?
Yeah, this would just be over right now. Those are all slow links.
Yeah.
Zealots, this is just over. Like, he's actually going to do some damage with... Can't lose the motion.
Can't lose that.
Get out.
Yes.
I like
recall.
the sliding recall. It makes it so sick.
Yeah, that's almost like Muta Micro in StarCraft 1.
Yep. Dude, I miss Muta Micro. That was so fun.
But
I was terrible at it, but it was still fun.
Yeah, I think this... Look at that. 15 more drones on the way for HyuN, so he's going to be up to like 80 already.
Get it out of the way, man. I hate making drones. So does HyuN.
Getting a super big lead, I feel, in this game so far.
Hydra Den. So...
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like, Roach Hydra is not... It's pretty okay on this map. Like, you can attack from this side and
I don't
this
like
side,
it on this map.
But
I don't like it at all.
It's not that hard to fend off. For
No, because it's essentially 2 chokes, though, unless you go up this side right here. But even there...
You have to go on that side, yeah.
But that's predictable, you know what I mean? And then you force field one of the angles and fight the other one. It's just not great. This map's not great for it, I guess is my point. It's not that it's like the worst.
But it is going to be good against what Deer is doing. He actually warped in a lot of Stalkers, so he's going to be quite a bit of Blink Stalker pressure here. But with 14 Hydras on the way, I feel like that will get pushed back rather easily.
Deer, what are you doing? Deer,
Sentries are just getting surrounded.
Here come the Hydras. HyuN is so happy right now.
Yeah, he picks off so many sentries right now. Already 3 have fallen. Pulls the drones, but there's so much production for HyuN backing this up. And
Dear, it's HyuN. I kicked your ass. Sincerely, HyuN. P.S. Good games.
Well, on this position with the force fields, he will be able to hold on, but he can't quite recall just yet. But he will actually keep pushing forward. He's in
he has no energy to.
Once these Lings finish, 26 on the production tab. Deer is taking so many risks right now.
No, he's... I mean, yeah. It's just not a risk. It's bad.
There goes the Mothership Core, and
everything.
There comes the Lings, and now HyuN can just move forward and basically crush these Stalkers, and there's a lot of creep there, so he can chase as well. And this has been so expensive for Deer. He doesn't have... He's making probes behind this, but he doesn't have any tech behind this, and now...
He's making probes?
He is making probes.
He's got to be careful. He could just die.
He does not have a robotics at all. Oh, he does have a robotics, but not a robotics bay, which is what I really meant.
He started it now. He will.
He's going to have a hard time against these Hydra Ling compositions, but he did kill a lot of drones, so HyuN only back on 66 drones. And if HyuN does decide to just make units, he's pretty all in with this.
Yeah, it's just kind of scary because with that Mothership Core dying, this next one's out. It's closing on 60 energy, so... well, I don't know. I don't think HyuN's going to make a beeline for across the map, and supply-wise, he's actually not even that far ahead. It was just looking really bad there for a second, but through the sheer power of Deer.
Him killing that many drones and pulling away the drones, like, if he had done that like 5 seconds later, then HyuN would have just absolutely crushed that attack. But the way it turned out, it actually turned out kind of okay. And now he's going to be able to add Colossus.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see what HyuN wants to do. He's still making a lot of Hydras. He didn't get a Spire. He didn't get an Infestation Pit. He's not adding too many drones. So it does kind of look like he's going to do some kind of massive, massive attack here and try to win with that. At the same time, Deer is moving around the top side of the map. Meanwhile, HyuN is clearing out the rocks. And this might turn out to be a bad timing for Deer to hit. Because he's about to be attacked.
Warp Prism moving into the main base as well, which is relatively uncovered. But this is just awkward for both of them, to be honest with you. I don't know who this is good for or who it's bad for.
He can recall, but if he does recall, he might just be stuck amongst a bunch of units.
Yeah, he'd have to recall to the natural, if anything.
There he does go recall into the third.
Well,
so
yeah.
scary. But no units there to
There's
take
not
advantage.
that many units there.
But look at all these Hydras. This Colossus does end up finishing, and he does morph in some Zealots and some Sentries there, and he does say, the Colossus goes down. There are so many Hydras here. Oh my god.
Spire behind this as well, by the way.
And so many Lings as well reinforcing. And these Hydras just getting the better trade against these Stalkers.
It's not even a trade, man. It's a beatdown. They're fine.
It is a beatdown.
He can focus the next down if he wants. There's Lings coming in to reinforce, which is going to make those Stalkers have to micro back, which in doing so allows the Hydras to kite into him.
Yeah, and there's another Colossus finishing up, but it does not have range. And still, these Hydras and Lings are doing such a number on these Stalkers and Zealots and Probes. And right now, Deer has lost already so much to HyuN.
Yeah.
And
he's in the death throes.
Yeah. Deer just kind of got unlucky with how he moved out, not scouting at all, then getting hit by this attack, which he would have normally been able to deal with just fine.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he got unlucky twice. Like, he went 4 gates, which is a deviation off the opening that they have been doing, they being Hasselhoffs and Deer. But then isn't aggressive with it, so he just kind of delayed his own Nexus, and then he pushes out, gets some serious work done with it, very inexpensively, recalls out, and is like, wait a second, he doesn't really have anything, I should go do that again. But that second time around was when HyuN was fully expecting it and ready to go, and then it just got, I mean, he lost too many sentries, and he was always on his back foot after that.
Yeah. But it's still more even than we might have expected, because Deer is actually on 53 probes against 64 drones. And even though HyuN made that Spire, he does not really have a lot of mutas right now. He has 6, 3 more on the way, so it's going to be 9. But he doesn't have the gas to make all that many. He doesn't have the 7th and 8th gas like he did in the previous game. He does not have that much mineral income either. It's only 10 drones on the 3rd base. He is retaking his 4th and 5th, and his creep spreader is looking really nice like always. But Deer...
Yeah, it's not super done, but these Mutas
Stargate
represent...
is a bad response, I think.
Oh, it's just tough. It just puts Deer in a really tough spot. You make more Blink Stalkers, you already know the Lings are going to come to your 3rd. Like, HyuN just attacks. That's what he's going to do. But with the main drying up, the natural thinning out, like, Deer's... He's just getting ground down is what's happening.
Yeah. I think his only chance in this game is to get a bunch of Archons and then the rest Stalkers and try to go for a timing attack. But it looks like, because of the Stargate, he might want to go for like a longer game where he actually does get Phoenix. Which I think the more time HyuN gets, the stronger he's going to be, the more mutas he'll get. He's droning up again.
Yeah.
We'll actually lose a muta here? Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, because if HyuN were to somehow fight an army that had a lot of Archons, there's a really good chance the Protoss player wins there. But I think what's so scary about that Deer has to factor in is what HyuN should do, and what every Zerg should do in that situation is never touch the army and just always counterattack and win the base trade every single time. I mean, look at him. He's sitting outside the base with Hydra, Ling, and he's got Mutalisk just pecking around. Like,
yeah.
Where do you go with that Protoss army? Well, I guess we're going to find out. Okay, that is one
nice
place.
trade.
Yeah, that's great. From the high ground like that, I mean, he wasted a few force fields there, but he got the jump on those Hydras pretty hard.
What do you think about getting these Phoenix from one Stargate? I feel like he needs 2 at least. And he needs range.
That's his form of a risk, I think. I think that's him saying, I can't afford to go hardcore anti-mutalist, so this is what I'm going to do. Look, he even left Stalkers behind. His plan is to get out on the map and do damage, and then have that be his anti-air.
And these mutas are finding sweet spots all over the natural. He's up to 10 gas now. Not mining here yet, but gas income is going to be through the roof. Up to 86 drones. So now he can just get so many mutas and corruptors. And Deer actually, him pushing out right now, I think, is a good choice.
Yep, it's his best choice. And he should reinforce, like, I'll get out behind this.
He needs a pylon with this, yeah.
He's corralled the Mutalisk. He knows that he's not getting counterattacked the second he leaves his base.
But he's moving back.
Well, he's just regrouping, I think. And he's basically saying, if he finds this army, if HyuN shows the face of this army like he just did right this second, and wow, he's going to fight, blink back the Stalkers. And don't lose the... losing the Phoenix like that's really painful.
The Archon dies fast. The Corruptors are here killing the Colossus. There's a lot of Stalkers left, though, but there's some Hydras in from the back. There's only 3 Mutas right now. That's not a lot at all.
He really wasted the Phoenix. Not that they would necessarily do anything. There's also a Zealot counterattack on the right side, and that's certainly going to kill that base.
If it ever moves.
And he leaves the Zealots behind over here as well, so that's kind of cool. Well, I guess I shouldn't have said certainly, because you can see HyuN's collapsing on that, but... He will get this left side base, easy peasy.
Yeah, and it looks like HyuN's kind of confused on what units to make. He's making Hydras, Lings, and more Mutas. Which I think getting back to Hydra Ling would be a good choice, because he's got the Corruptors already against Colossus. There is Storm on the way now, which is really scary for Hydras. Look at that creep spread. It's so nice.
I know.
It's all over the map.
HyuN has been playing mechanically very well. Is reinforcing super, super fast. Good creep spread between these two games. He's kept his money low, but in part that's because he's also flying by the seat of his pants in terms of economy. He's never really crushing it in Harvesters. He had more Harvesters at the... no, he's up to 80 now, 80. I guess.
Yeah, he was up to 86 before, and that's probably why he was unable to thwart that attack back, but now he's maxed out. He's looking for a fight. Once again, the Mothership Core will cast a Photon Overcharge, which is really nice, but Storm is not done. And now this is a really, really rough fight for these Stalkers against Hydra Ling without Storm. There's one Archon, there's also a lot of Mutas. And Deer's just dropping in supply, so is HyuN, but HyuN actually has the economy to back this up. And the Hydras are getting up personal with the Stalkers, and that's never a good thing.
HyuN beasted on Deer, man. He made him look like a scrub a little bit in these 2 matches. I know best of 3 is a very short series, so obviously we're not taking this too far, but well played by HyuN. Just monster moding it right and left. And it looks like Deer's going to make him work for it, but if you look at that mini-map, you can see a string of red coming over here. And that's
GG.
it. Deer taps out. HyuN with the 2-0, which sets up a HyuN Hasuobs final.
Yeah, what
for
an unexpected final, really. I think everybody was predicting Jaedong against Deer probably for this, but you know, Hasuobs taking out Jaedong and HyuN just taking out Deer very nicely there. Very nice play.
Nicely
I do
done.
feel like Deer got a little bit unlucky. The time he moved out around the top side of the map. If he had just stayed home there, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Same thing in the first game. He kind of overstepped his boundaries and then instantly paid for it, which is like kind of a trend when you're watching HyuN games. Like guys will just do that and die. But yeah, HyuN looking good actually.
He's going to want to take that aggression to the next series against Hasuobs, who played very passively. So we'll see how that turns out. We're going to take a look at the bracket here real quick. If we can go to Rhett's screen. And that does set up... Jaedong will be waiting for who down there? That's going to be...
Jaedong against Nurtio. Nurtio took out Mana.
Wow.
Which is, I guess he once again proves that he's the best Polish player still.
Lenok took out Tefl.
And Lenok taking out Tefl, so...
Good Jaedong looking out, by the way. I mean, you know, nothing against Nurtio, but he's not Lenok, so that's...
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, Jaedong will have to play Deer or Lenok.
Yeah.
It's going to be, like, out of all those guys, only one of them, I guess, will make it.
Maybe.
Like, it's going to be the winner bracket final.
Yeah, they have to play either HyuN or Hasuobs, too.
Yeah. So it's going to be one spot for Deer, Lenok, Jaedong, and Nurtio. It's scary as hell.
6-city tournament. 6 cities.
It's just the open bracket, too. It's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of good games right and left, ladies and gentlemen, and we are not done yet. I believe we're doing about 3 more matches. We're seeing this thing through. It's going to be the open bracket conclusion, so stick with us. We are just waking up. We're just catching fire. I am ready for more Swarm hosts. I know Red is.
Of course,
He gets excited about it. He loves that stuff. So we're going to take a quick commercial break while we set up the next match. Do we know which one it's going to be next? Do we just do the winner bracket final? All right. Hasuobs, HyuN next, and then we'll drop into that lower bracket and see who else is going to join either Hasuobs or HyuN. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys really soon.